Standing just inside the Saskatchewan border near the quiet town of Alsask, something unexpected rises above the prairie. A massive white dome, almost surreal against the flat horizon. A relic from a time when the threat of nuclear war loomed overhead. This is the Alsask Radome, the last of its kind in Canada. As we step inside, the scale of this place immediately hits you. Cold concrete, steel framing, echoes that carry through the tower. The structure was built between 1961 and 1962, becoming fully operational by 1963 as part of the Pine Tree Line, a chain of radar stations stretching across southern Canada. These stations were designed to detect incoming Soviet bombers during the Cold War, feeding data directly into NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command. At its peak, this wasn't just a radar tower. It was Canadian Forces Station Alsask, a fully operational military base. Today, what remains of that base is across the highway. A few original buildings remain, and some of them are used by the community, such as the pool and the recreation center. The Radome sits atop a 4-story steel tower. Rooms once held radar equipment, operation spaces, and support systems that ran 24 hours a day. The 44 radar squadron worked here, consistently scanning the skies using long-range and height-finding radar. At a time when minutes could mean everything, this place was watching. When the base shut down in 1987, most of it disappeared. Buildings were demolished, buildings were moved out, and infrastructure was removed. Originally, there were 3 radomes, but only one remains, and it has been abandoned for years. We first explored it back in 2009, when it was largely forgotten. The interior was in rough shape, pigeons, debris, and years of neglect covering every surface. Not long after that visit, the stairs were cut out and access was blocked off. For a while, it seemed like this place might be lost completely. But then we returned in 2018, and something had changed. There were vehicles outside, signs of life. That's when we met the members of the Canadian Civil Defence Museum Association. They had just taken possession of the Radome and were beginning to work on restoration and preservation. They gave us a tour of the site, and we returned again in 2020 to take another tour and see the progress. At the top of the tower, inside the dome itself, the space opens up completely. The curved structure surrounds you. Light filters in through the panels. And through the openings, the prairie stretches endlessly in every direction. It's quiet now, but it once listened consistently. Alsask was just one piece of a much larger system. Other stations across Saskatchewan, including Dana and a site near Yorkton, formed a defensive line across the country. We explored Dana in 2008 with permission from the owner. There's a video here on YouTube where we share images taken from that day. The site near Yorkton only has a few buildings remaining, and they've all been repurposed. Today, the Alsask Radome stands as a rare reminder of a time when even the quiet prairie was on the front line. After military shutdown in 1986, the Alsask Radome saw a second life with Transport Canada until 1996, helping preserve the last original radar tower you see standing today.